Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lynn Classical High School here at 235 O'Callahan Way, as your Lynn Classical Lady Rams are hosting the Lady Malden Golden Tornadoes. We'll go to the half court for the introduction of the Lynn Classical starters and then the Malden starters.
Win or lose, cheer for your team in a positive manner. Now for the starting lineups. First, the victors, Malden. Senior, number 3, Kimberly Cropness. Senior, number 4, Amanda Ebenezer. Senior, number 5, Nina Tollett. Junior, number 11, Madison Cook. And sophomore, number 20, Christina Saham. Now for the starting lineups for the home team, your Lynn Classical Lady Rams. Up first, sophomore, number 20, Divine Nagbuda. Junior, number 5, Gina Tana. Senior captain, number 2, Savannah Tay. Senior captain, number 4, Nevaeh Eck. And senior captain, number 11, Keisha Perez. We ask at this time that you please rise and move your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Good luck to both teams.
What's up? It's your boy, Mr. D, coming to you live from Lynn Classical. Happy to bring you GBL basketball as the Lady Rams, who stand at a record of 1-0 their last game against Lynn English, walking away with a victory. Top scorers of the game, Keisha Perez with 21 and Divine Nagbuda with 11. Malden coming to this game 1-1. Their last game, a loss to North Quincy by 30, asked specifically by Coach Scott Marino, Coach Marino, to make sure that was specified so that the Lady Golden Tornadoes know to step up their game. Next game for the Rams, they're heading to Everett later on this week, and next game for the Malden Golden Tornadoes, they're heading to Somerville. So we're happy to bring you GBL Ladies Varsity Basketball. I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue, here with me in the perch, our tried and true Victor, and as well as one of our newer recruits, Donna. We're glad to have our crew from Classical here. Thank you to our viewership for tuning in to Lynn Educational Television. If you're watching on our YouTube channel live, make sure that you like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening here in the city of Lynn. We'll go to the half mark for the tip-off. Divine Nagbuda to take it for Lynn Classical. Nagbuda able to influence that one towards Keisha Perez. Perez getting onto the move real quick. Passes inside the paint. Nice little bounce past Nagbuda. 2-0, Classical draws first blood. Knocked away, coming in hot, Savannah Tang. Tang passes inside, not there. Well, there, but just not
Out of bounds, Malden.
there collectively enough. Keisha Perez, that one slips away. Malden now on the move. Starters for the Rams, Savannah Tang, Nevaeh F., Jada Tayada, Keisha Perez, and Divine Egbuda. Malden now on the offensive fronts, trying to drive inside. Kimberly Tropness gets that one knocked away by Tang, and that's going to stay Malden ball. Starters for the Golden Tornadoes, Kimberly Tropness, Amanda Ebenezer, Madison Cook, and Manisha Exelome. Rebound, grabbed by Egbuda, 2 points on the day so far. Looking back to Tang, Tang driving inside, wide open, gonna take the three. Shoots it, bounces off the backboard and into Malden possession. Malden now back onto the push. Ebenezer with the rock, passes it over to number 5, Toletta. Toletta, pass deflected and made a little bit messy outside the key. Driving inside, Ebenezer going up for another shot is Ebenezer and can't get that one to fall. Team foul on Classical. And that's going to send Ebenezer to the line for the first time tonight. Ebenezer, a senior out of Malden. First shot. In and out. You hate to see it unless you're in white today. Her second attempt. Around the rim, falls into possession of Egbuda. 6.5 left in the first here. Keisha Perez trying to drive inside, met with the contentious defense of Kimberly Tropness. Tropness pushes her back into Classical territory, and we got a backcourt violation by Classical. Inbounding the ball, close side of the court, Madison Cook. Inbounding from Classical territory, passes outside to number 5, Ina Toleda. Cook driving inside, trying to find Ebenezer. Ebenezer can't get a hold of it. Trying to fight for it is her and Keisha Perez. Team foul on Malden. That's going to result in an inbound for the Rams as the ball was transitioning. Savannah Tang, tasked with that responsibility. And it should go to Jada Tayada. Tayada driving inside, met with the defense of Madison Cook. Trying to pull out and give a little bit of space. Same thing for Tang, doesn't have it. Bounce pass inside to Egbuda. Rolls off the front side of the rim, collects her own rebound, looks outside to Keisha Perez for 3. Up and top, bounces back into Malden possession. There on the rebound, number 20, Manisha Exelome. Malden now on the offensive front, driving into Classical territory. Cook passing outside to number 3, Kimberly Tropness. Tropness met with the defense of Jada Tayada. Looking back inside, able to collect that one. Manisha shooting for the ball, doesn't have it here. Cook's gonna try her angle inside the paint. Jada Tayada, right place, right time, brings that one down from the boards, and now Classical on the push. Driving inside the key, stopped and shortened her tracks by Madison Cook. Classical now with Tang outside for 3, her third of the day. That one sails a little bit too far. Timeout here, Malden. I want to say thanks to our viewers for tuning in to Lynn Educational Television. If you're watching on our Comcast and Verizon channels, thank you for your subscription. It means a lot and enables us to make sure that we can bring you these games. There's also give our students within the Lynn Public Schools some working opportunities. Ball to be inbounded from Malden territory. Perez barks out her orders, finds Tang way outside. They're leaving her there, takes a shot, nothing there. Egbuda coming down with the rebound, passes outside to Jada Tayada. Tayada's shot no good. Egbuda there on the rebound again. Tang passing over to Tayada. Tayada inside to F. F looking for the shot. Nice little hook shot, gets it to fall. And one. Nevaeh F going to the line for her first time tonight. So F, second to score for the Rams, getting into the mix 4-0. Classical leading. Just over 5 minutes left in the first. Ina Toledo passes inside over to Kimberly Tropnes. Tropnes gets that one over to Ebenezer. Back to Toledo. Toledo's shot rolls around the net, bounces off of the Classical player's fingertips and out of bounds. The Golden Tornadoes to inbound from Rams territory. Olivia Rodriguez making her way on. Intercepted pass intended for number 5, Ina Toledo, and too quick on the move. Savannah Tang. Tang passes it off and asks Keisha Perez to get to work. Perez met with some pretty solid defense by Kimberly Tropnes. Passes over to Tang. Tang to Teata. Over to F. F back to Teata. Back to Tang. Tang looking for a shot. Passes inside to Egbuda. Goes up for it. Second of the day for Egbuda. Egbuda with 4 on the day so far. Starting out strong. Last time the Rams played, we played against our rival Lynn English. Egbuda starting out slow. And that one ended up with 11 points on the game as she was able to finish the second half solid. It's exactly what they needed. It was back and forth. I think we started 3 periods tied with the exception of the first. Just over 4 minutes left in the first. Classical over Malden 7-0. Malden working to get onto the board. Madison Cook passes over to Ebenezer. A long shot from outside, bounces off the backboard, no good. And a plethora of Classical defenders are right in front of Ebenezer. Gets that one to bounce inside the rim, but not finishing through to the net. Still a donut up on the board for the Golden Tornadoes. Perez drives inside, 3 in front, draws the foul. Perez gonna go to the line for the first time tonight.
Foul on Malden for the quarter.
Tang trying for 3, stuffed outside by Ebenezer, and Ebenezer trying to take it the length of the court. Able to get past Jada Teata, draws the foul. She's going to the line for the second time tonight. Charging call on Ebenezer. I like to think that I'm not biased, and I don't know if that was the best call, but considering I got a Ram over my heart, we're going to go with it. 7-0. Ebenezer gets called for the charge, and Teata lives another day on collecting fouls. Bounce pass outside from Tang. Over to Perez. Perez testing the abilities of Cook. Over to Teata. Pass it inside to Egbuda. A little bit too high for the kid, surprisingly enough.
Out of bounds, Malden ball.
On her way to 6.5 feet, the sophomore out of Lynn Classical. Inbound coming from Janisa Perez Sims. Sims gets that one over to Toledo. Toledo to Cook. Cook outside, passing back to number 10. Perez Sims takes another shot at it. And Amanda Ebenezer able to add 2 to the board for the Golden Tornadoes. And we got a timeout call here, and I believe it's coming from Malden. Just about 3 minutes left in the first period, a low-scoring game to start. Classical standing at a record of 1-0, their first game and only game against Lynn English, able to walk away with the victory. Malden coming to this one 1-1. Their last game, a loss to North Quincy by 30. And they're going to be heading to Somerville later on next week. Classical heading to Everett on Thursday for their 3rd game of the season. And Classical coming off a season that was pretty strong. Last year they finished up with an overall record of 14 wins, 3 losses, 12-2 in the GBL. And the buzzer buzzes and the whistles whistle, and the players are back onto the court. After the timeout, both teams got their game plan. Let's see what they do with their time. Keisha Perez to inbound for the Rams. Tayada her outlet. Classical sticking with the original 5 starters. A high pass from Tayada. A little bit too high for Tang. That one rolls off her fingertips and out of bounds towards the Malden bench. Cook inbounds for the Golden Tornadoes. Finds Kimberly Tropnes. Tropnes barking out her orders. Back over to Cook. Cook with Perez in front, driving outside. Loses a little bit of focus on that one. Amanda Ebenezer going in, trying to drive inside the paint. Classical reaching in, making it difficult. Team foul called against Classical. And that's going to result in an inbound in Classical territory. And a little bit of discussion back and forth from the refs and the table. I want to say thanks to our viewership for Lynn Educational Television. If you're watching on the Lynn Classical YouTube page live, please like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening here at your beautiful Lynn Classical. I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue of Lynn Educational Television. We got our crew from Classical up in the perch, Victor, and our newer recruit, Donna, getting her first game in under her belt. Egbuda driving up for the rebound, able to pull that one down. Perez now on the push into Malden territory. Has one in front, showing her skills. Passes outside to a wide open Jada Tayada. A little bit too high. Gets called for an over the back. Or a push. I don't even know if that's a rule anymore. It was a dumb rule anyway. So if it isn't, thank you, basketball gods. Malden now trying to grab a little bit more space on the board. Travel call coming here late into Janessa Perez-Sims' attempt on a shot. Classical to inbound the ball from their own territory. Egbuda's going to come off. And Alicia Perez-Vasquez coming in onto the court. The junior out of Lynn Classical. Tayada with the rock. Gets the key, takes the shot, bounces up off the back of the rim. And too tall, number 20, Manisha Exelome, there on the rebound.
15 foul on the Classical. For the
Classical called for a team foul. That's going to result in an inbound. In a shot from the line. First of the day is Kimberly Tropnes. 7-2, just about 2 minutes left in the first. Classical's over over Malden. Tropnes' first shot. Rolls over the top of the rim, but not far enough. Coming in, ref. Manisha Exelome to sub out. Tropnes' second attempt, no good. Keisha Perez is there on the rebound. She'll elect to take it on her own, has a little bit of help. Tayada looking for the pick and not falling for it is Tropnes. Tayada all alone looking for Tang. Tang drives inside, looks outside. Perez-Vasquez over to Tayada for another 3 attempt. Bounces up off the rim, back into Malden possession. Manisha Exelome gets that one. Ebenezer with the rock gets called for a travel on the tenacious defense of the Lynn Classical Rams. He caught her stepping in her tracks. And no travel visa here. Tayada driving inside, looking for an open Savannah Tang. That gap closed real quick. Tang now in trouble as she tries to work inside the paint, steps outside. And no bueno. Ina Taleda, the one to make the push there and muck things up for the Lynn Classical offense. Taleda to inbound the ball for Cook. Right back to Taleda. Over to Cook, top of the key. Thinks she has a little bit of spot. Ebenezer driving inside. Keisha Perez knocks that one down. Outside the key, driving inside, number 3, Kimberly Tropness. Tropness now dealing with that ferocious defense of Dalisha. Perez Vasquez results in a jump ball. Classical to inbound from the far side of the court in their own territory. And Keisha Perez now on the move into Malden territory. Jada Tejada working from the top of the key most of this period, driving inside the paint, goes for the layup, bounces up too high off the backboard. Nevaeh Eth almost there, but Ebenezer able to pull down the rebound. Perez making it tough on number 20, Manisha Exelome. Tang happy with that one as it results in an inbound for the Rams. Tejada to get to work. Her outlet is Tang. Just under a minute left in this first period. Classical 7, Malden 2. Tang trying to drive inside. Goes for the shot, knocked away. And now Ebenezer looking to push that one back into Classical territory. Ina Talita passes over to number 20, Manisha Exelome. Can't get that one. Now Eth on the push. Cook in front. Cook gets a hand on that one, knocks it out of bounds, and Classical to inbound from Malden territory. Nevaeh Eth going to be responsible to do so. And Perez relieves her. Perez trying to find what she thought was an open Savannah Tang, and Ebenezer said, not today. No Merry Christmas for you. Although carrying call was going to result in a turnover. Classical to inbound far side of the court. Just under 15 seconds left in the period. Jada Tejada finds a wide open ram for 3, wearing number 12, Aaliyah Alvarado. Another shot from Tejada, no good. Ebenezer coming down with the rebound. And at the end of one, Classical leading over Malden 7-2. We'll be back after this break. And if you're watching at home, we might have lost the first 15 seconds, but we're back into it here. Same score as we left you with. Cook now with the rock, trying to find an open Golden Tornado player. And she does, and number 5, Ina Talita. And that one bounces off of a Classical player. Malden to inbound from Classical territory. Manisha Exelome coming onto the court. Cook looking for an open Ebenezer. She's able to create a little bit of space, gets that rock in front of her, passes over to Talita. Talita looking at Cook. Cook can't just get a handle on that one. It bounces out of bounds. Finding her way onto the court again, the freshman, Aaliyah Alvarado. Making some impacts in the home opener here for Classical. Tejada passes over to Tang. Tang for 3, a bit high off the top of the backboard. Bounces back into Classical possession here. Classical pushing inside. Tejada over to Tang again. Deja vu, goes for the shot. Same outcome. Ebenezer, one of the taller players out there, pulls that one down from the boards with ease. Talita looking over to Exelome. Exelome goes for it, gets called for travel. And you can't do that. Classical with 2 outlets. Tejada goes over to Tang. Tang right back to Tejada. Left open up at the top of the key. Tang trying to drive inside, trying to find a little bit of space. Tejada takes a shot, falls a little bit short. One referee saying white ball, one referee saying blue ball. Maybe we have a rock, paper, scissors outcome. Perez box out her orders. Tang drives inside, trying to create a little bit of space. Alvarado with the high shot. And Talita gets a hand on that one. That one falls short. Talita with the rock. Trying to drive inside, gets through with ease. The shot, no good. Perez comes down with the board. Alvarado, great pass from Perez. Stuffed by Ebenezer, and boy howdy. That's the type of stuff that you dream of. Alvarado seems unfazed with it. Perez to inbound the ball. Finds Alvarado. Alvarado with a little bit of space in front. Ebenezer getting to be a force defensively. Tejada takes her time to get up. Seems as though she'll be okay, just a little tired. It's been a long school day. All students are looking forward towards their Christmas break, as well as their television media teachers. Cook to inbound the ball. Toledo with the rock, Tang in front, back over to Cook. Alvarado, the defender. Keisha Perez trying to come on and defend against Ebenezer. Passes one outside to Cook. Cook's shot, no good. Axelome trying to find a pass, and Keisha Perez comes in like lightning, steals that one away. Looking for an outlet, she stopped. Alvarado for three, up high. Hits everywhere on the hoop, but inside. Just under 6 minutes here in the half. Classical 7, Malden 2. Not much change if you're just joining us from the first period. Toledo passes over to number 3. Tropness with the shot. That bounces in. And they're going to give her the 3. 7-5. Classical still leading. Tropness with their first of the day. Perez over to Tejada. Tejada finds Tang. Tang trying to drive inside. Ebenezer stuffs her again. Alvarado capitalizes on the sloppy pass from Cook. Nobody can get a handle on it, but you know who, Ebenezer. And Perez gets her hand on the ball. Catches a little bit of arm. Kimberly Tropness goes down.
Jump ball, range ball.
Aaliyah Alvarado is going to come off the court. And Alicia Perez Vasquez back on. Tang trying to drive inside. No outlets there. Passes over to Tejada. Tejada looking for F. F can't get the handle on the ball. Perez does. And Perez is frustrated enough with number 3, Kimberly Tropness, and gets called for pushing. You can't push. I've been trying to explain that to my kids, but it's a little bit different of a perspective. They're 3-2, and we're here competing for a W. Can't blame the kid, but at the end of the day, I think that's exactly what Malden wanted to do. See if they can capitalize here. If they do, it's going to be a big momentum shift. Tropness passes over. That one knocked away by Tang, but Tang's attempt at the interception bounces back into Madison Cook's possession. So a team foul comes. Malden will inbound from classical territory. The last shot no good. And sorry, we're going to go to the half mark. We're going to go to the foul line for Manisha Axelome in her attempt. Axelome, her first shot. Little left. And the beast, Divine Buddha, back onto the court. Just about 4.5 left in the half. Second attempt from Manisha Axelome. No good. Jada Tejada drives inside, uncontested, goes in, tries for the layup. And all of a sudden, we're watching the best talk show here at 235 O'Callahan Way. 4.5 still left. Classical 7, Malden 5. Cook to inbound for the Golden Tornadoes and finds Toledo as an outlet. Toledo back to Cook. Cook looks outside to Ebenezer. Amanda Ebenezer can't get a handle on that one. It's just a little bit too far out for her. And Rams will capitalize on the turnover. Tang looking for a little bit of help. Passes over to Jada Tejada. Tejada with one in front. Kimberly Tropness able to get into the head and cause a reaction from Keisha Perez. Can't get it there from her. Divina Buddha coming down with the rebound. Can't get the shot off. And a sloppy pass over to Tang results in an out-of-bounds call. Cook to Toledo. Toledo to Cook. Cook looking for an outlet, finds Ebenezer. Ebenezer passes outside to Tropnes. Tropnes for three. Gets that one a fall, and Malden takes a lead. Tropnes with her second three of the day, high scorer. And Tropnes with an interception there on a botched pass by the Rams, drives inside the paint, cleans that one up, and the kid's hot. Coach Tom Sawyer takes a well-timed timeout, and that's an opportunity for us to say thank you to those at home who are watching on our Comcast and Verizon channels. If you're watching on the Link Classical YouTube page, please like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell for all the up-to-date sports and events happening here at beautiful 235 O'Callahan Way. I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue. We got our crew from Classical up in the perch. Victor, one of our veterans, working alongside one of our new guys, our newer recruits, Donna. Donna's an excellent TV media student and a really decent shot list writer as well. And a slow game, but nonetheless, doesn't say a lot for the level of competition that we've seen here. Both teams coming out hungry and ferocious. And based on the last game that we saw, Classical had to shake off a little bit of the rust, a little bit more opportunity to score for the Rams. But the Malden Golden Tornadoes haven't really brought much defensive pressure on the transitions, whether it be out of bounds and in Classical territory. They've really retreated back and played right up at the top of the key and putting the Rams to work as they transition into Malden territory. Savannah Tang to inbound the ball for the Lady Rams. Her outlet, Jada Tejada. (10-7), just about 3.5. That one stolen away by Ebenezer, drives inside for the easy layup. And Ebenezer able to draw two more to the board. And getting a little aggressive out there is Kimberly Tropnes. Tropnes is a scrapper, and I like that. Tejada inbounds to Delisha Perez. Looking inside for a little bit of help, has no outlet. Passes back over to Delisha Perez Vasquez. Perez Vasquez tries to pass it over to Tejada, stuffed. Trying to drive inside the paint, gets caught by the court monster, falls down. Classical still with possession. Tang trying to find some help, throws it to the back of Nevaeh Ath. That's not awake for it. 12-7, just 3 minutes in the half. Driving inside, Tropnes met with the tenacious defense of the Rams. Now Ebenezer, Amanda Ebenezer goes for the shot, drives inside. And Ebenezer now with 6, and Malden is heating up. 14-7, 2.5 left in the second period here. Jada Tejada looking for a little bit of help. Timeout, Coach Sawyer. And that's going to give Coach an opportunity to bring in Keisha Perez. 14-7. And Kimberly Tropnes has really just turned it on. 8 points in the game. Amanda Ebenezer also getting her work in. 6 on the day. Nevaeh Ath with 3 after the foul and 1. And Divina Buddha starting out strong with 4. But we haven't seen her since the reach over the back. 14-7, 2.5 left in the half. Rams coming into this game 1-0 after their victory over Lynn English. And Malden with a record of 1-1. Classical's heading to Everett. Malden's heading to Somerville next game. as GBL basketball is underway. We're looking forward to the remainder of the winter season. Classical coming off a pretty good season last year and working to build on that. Most of their starters have returned. And the buzzer rings, or buzzes. Does a buzzer ring or does it buzz? I think it buzzes. After the timeout, Classical try to get back to work after a little bit of coaching from Coach Tom Sawyer. Perez to inbound the ball, and Classical back to the starting 5. Perez trying to find Agbuda. Agbuda met with the defense of Amanda Ebenezer. And Ebenezer gets called for a hold. Team foul for Malden's going to result in inbound for the Rams. Keisha Perez finds Tang. Tang surveying the court. Looking for a way to get past Cook. Has a pick on her right-hand side. Goes to the left. Now looking for some help. Jada Tejada's there. Open space, a little bit of back and forth. The 2v1 situation works to get the shot off. Tang can't finish it. Ebenezer pulls that one down. It looked like Keisha Perez was going to intercept that one. But the reach of Amanda Ebenezer just too strong, too long. Out of bounds, Malden to inbound. Cook looking for an open Ebenezer, not looking. And looks over to number 3. Tropness stolen away by Keisha Perez. Perez now working up at the top of the key. Passes that one off to Jada Tejada. Tejada looking for a little bit of help inside. Finds F. F goes up for the shot, knocked away. Malden comes down with the rebound, and on their way is Madison Cook. Goes for the layup. Divine Agbuda comes down with the rebound. A long pass over to F. Just a little bit too high. And Classical trying to find their way back into this one to score offensively. Malden gave them a head start, but within the last minutes, they've really turned it on. Two in front, trying to drive, able to sneak past and tiptoe along the line. Manisha Exelome goes for the shot, draws the foul.
14th foul on the Classical for the quarter.
And Exelome is going to go to the line. 14-7, 1.5 left. Delisha Perez Vasquez gets a touch on the table. So we'll see her make an appearance once again. Exelome's first shot off the back of the rim and back into her possession. Jada Divine Agbuda to come off. And Delisha Perez Vasquez on for the Lady Rams. Exelome, her second attempt. Shots up off the front of the rim. Jada Tejada fights for it on the ground. Passes over to Delisha Perez Vasquez. Finds Tang, and Malden a little bit more aggressive defensively in their own territory. Classical trying to find an open. Delisha Perez takes the shot just a little bit too far. Ina Toledo passes over to Kimberly Tropness. Tropness' shot too short. And here comes Perez. Perez is first from the three-point line. No good. Over to Tejada. Tejada gets it to fall for 3. Classical's back within 4. So Tejada's first points on the day are a field goal. Tropness passes over to number 5. Ina Toledo. Toledo looking for an outlet. Finds Janessa Perez Sims. Sims looking inside. Keisha Perez steals that one away. Driving, trying to get past foul. Trying to get past Tropness. And a foul called against Malden. And that one's on Kimberly Tropness. Classical to inbound the ball. And they'll give that one to Keisha Perez. Perez and Tropness having a little bit of a matchup today. Jada Tejada with the ball, passes outside to Tang. Tang drives inside, close to the paint, goes for the shot. no good. Eth comes down with the rebound, goes for the nice little hook shot, can't get it. Malden's there for the rebound. Manisha Exelome there on the move. Now Malden trying to drive inside in these final seconds. Tejada tries to knock that one away, and a little bit of theatrics result in a foul benefiting the Golden Tornadoes.
15 foul in the classical from the quarter.
And it looks like they're going to call Delisha Perez Vasquez for that one. And once again, we're going to see Exelome head to the foul line. 14-10, 1 second left in the half. Malden leading over Classical. Her first. Right where she wants it. Make it 15-10. Exelome's second attempt. Just a little short, no good. And after the inbound, the final second will tick away. And at the end of the first half, Malden comes back to gain a 5-point deficit over the Rams. 15-10, Malden leads Classical. We'll be back. Welcome back. A fresh 8 on the board. Classical trailing 5 to Malden. And Classical struggling to find the bottom of the hoop in that second period. And let's see what kind of adjustments Coach Sawyer has made in halftime. Coming to you live from Lynn Classical here on the Lynn Classical YouTube channel. If you're watching there, like, subscribe, smash that notification bell for all the awesome sports and events happening here at 235 O'Callahan Way. Malden getting right to work. And so is Divine Agbuda. Pulls that one down, passes over to Jada Tejada. Tejada goes the full length, drives inside the paint for the layup. Gets that one to go in and out, no good. And an attempt by Amanda Ebenezer to salvage that one results in an out-of-bounds call. Classical ball. Keisha Perez to inbound for the Rams. In front, Kimberly Tropness. Tropness and Perez having a little bit of a battle today. Passes up top to Tejada. Cook in front, passes outside of Tang. Tang for 3. Bounces off the backside of the rim. Into Ebenezer's position. And there is Jada Tejada on the interception. Finds Nevaeh Nth, drives inside the paint. Ebenezer the last. And she gets called for traveling. Malden ball inbounding from their own territory.
Don't get too deep, Kimmy.
Cook with the rock. Looking for a little bit of help. Has 2 outlets and decides to go to Ina Toledo. And Classical pushing on the transitions here. Ebenezer with the ball. Deep down inside, Exelome goes for the layup. Nevaeh Nth is there. Team foul for the Rams, and that'll result in Exelome going to the line once again. And this kid has made a living at the foul line today. And the ref decides to check in with the radio broadcast of today's game. Exelome's first, a little short. And a little bit of discussion from the ref. An adjustment made to the uniform, and Exelome will get back to work. Her second. Swish, nothing but net. 2 on the day so far for Manisha Exelome. Jada Tejada with the rock. Cook in front, takes it for 3, bounces off the backboard into Amanda Ebenezer's possession. Ebenezer finds an open Toledo. Toledo driving inside of Classical territory, pulls off the backside of the key, gets it over to Cook. Cook looks outside, finds Tropness. Tropness back up top to number 5, Toledo. Toledo looking at Cook for 3, no good. And Toledo goes for the attempt and tries to salvage that one, puts a toe on the line, and that's an out-of-bounds call. Classical to inbound. Perez to Tejada. Tejada looking up, surveying the court, seeing what's open, passes over to Divine Agbuda inside the paint, 2 in front, finds Nevaeh Nth. Nth tries to get a shot up. Agbuda goes for the rebound, gets that one to fall. Agbuda, the beast, with 6 on the day so far. Classical pushing on these transitions. No free clears here. No free clears here at 2:35 O'Callahan Way. 6:18 left in the third. Classical now within 4. 16-12. Golden Tornadoes lead over the Rams. Madison Cook to inbound for Malden. Ina Toledo gets the ball, passes back over to Cook, sneaks past Tang. Tang lets the shot off and fighting for it down low. Egbuda and Exelome. And guess who comes away with it? Divine, the Beast, Egbuda. Tayada looking for some help, finds Tang wide open, takes another 3, bounces off the top of the backboard, no bueno. Here comes Amanda Ebenezer, drives inside, cuts back right, cuts back left, goes for the layup, no good, goes for a rebound, takes it down, tells the shot, no good. Divine Egbuda pulls it down. Tayada over to Eth with 1 in front, goes back to Egbuda. Egbuda tries for the shot, no luck there. Perez and Cook now vying for it. Perez gets the benefit of position, tries to get inside, passes over to Egbuda. Egbuda goes up for the shot, no good. Foul call against Malden. That's going to send the Beast to the line for the first time today, second time today. Divine Egbuda, top scorer of the day so far for the Rams. 6 collectively. Eth and Tayada with 3 each. 16-12, Malden leading over the Rams. Egbuda, her second time at the line, her first attempt here. First shot hits every part of the rim, but the inside. Egbuda's second attempt, in and out. Exelome comes down with the rebound. Passes that one off to Toledo. Toledo inside, tries to drive into the paint, looking for an open player at Exelome. Goes up for the layup, no good. Egbuda capitalizes on the sloppy passes, drives inside, 1 in front, goes for the layup. Off the bottom side of the rim, collects her own rebound, but finishes the work. Divine, the Beast, Egbuda. 8 on the day so far. And rolling around on the ground is Egbuda, I don't know why. Amanda Ebenezer finds Exelome inside. Nice little 1-2 connection for the Malden Golden Tornadoes, and they clean that one up real quick. Exelome with her first points off of the line. Tayada with 1 inside. Bounces off into the rim. That's 2. Tayada able to get onto the board once again. 5 points on the day. 18-16. Perez steals that one. Egbuda on the rebound after the failed attempt. And Egbuda, calm, cool, and collected today. 10. And Keisha Perez going for the interception on an intended pass for Ebenezer. Ebenezer too tall for it. Passes inside to Exelome. Exelome shot no good. Ebenezer pulls it down, takes 3 more shots. Gets that one to fall and 1. She's heading to the line. And Ebenezer with 8 on the day so far. After the 2, she'll go to the line again. 2018, Classical trailing Malden. Ebenezer's one and only. Swish, nothing but net. Count it. 9 on the day so far, and with that one, she will head over Kimberly Tropness for the leading scorer over at Malden. Classical back to work. Keisha Perez trying to go up for it, knocked away. Jada Tayada passes out back to Perez. Perez looking inside, doesn't have it there. Luckily for her, the Beast is down low, gets the rebound, goes for the shot, no luck. Egbuda with 2 in front, passes out to Eth. Eth lines up the shot, no good. Ebenezer comes down with the rebound. Malden now on the push back in the Classical territory. Cook with 3 in front, able to sneak past 1. Exelome, the intended receiver on the pass, can't get a handle on it. That one rolls out of bounds, and she's got to scoop herself up off the paint. 21-18, 3.5 left in the third period. Timeout Lynn Classical. Tom Sawyer going to take some time to coach up his Rams. Classical coming in this one with a 1-0 record. They are only in last game against Lynn English, able to walk away with a W, a back and forth one, very exciting. Malden coming in fierce, and a bit of a defensive struggle here. 1-1 for the Golden Tornadoes. Their last game, a loss to North Quincy by 30. So they are seeking redemption today. Both teams are headed to their GBL respective rivals. Classical's got Everett, and Malden's got Somerville later on this week, right before the Christmas break season. And here on this beautiful December evening, it's been a great day out. Started off rainy, and then it was warm. And you know it was warm because the guidance counselor even complimented the weather. And those guys don't have many compliments for anything outside of how great their students are. We're happy to bring you live GBL basketball here at 235 O'Callahan Way. I'm your announcer for Lynn Educational Television, Sean Donahue. Up in the perch, our crew from Classical, veteran Victor and rookie Donna. Working to bring you these smooth and steady shots. Thanks to our Comcast and Verizon subscribers. It's very important that we have you guys, because without you, we wouldn't be able to give these guys a working opportunity and pad the stats on their resume. So thanks, and continue to subscribe. After the timeout, Classical's going to get back into it. Malden playing off on the clears. But right up on the line at the half mark, Nevaeh Eth with the rock, trying to find Divine Igbuda. And you know who was in the head of Nevaeh Eth was Amanda Ebenezer. She saw that one coming a mile away. And the kid has been a force defensively here in the second half. Cook to inbound for the Golden Tornadoes. Finds an open Kimberly Tropnes. Tropnes loses possession of that one. Tang with it. And reaching around and behind all over Tang is Amanda Ebenezer. And Ebenezer gets called for a team foul.
Second team foul on Malden for the quarter.
Classical to inbound in Malden territory. Perez surveying the court. Bounce pass inside to Igbuda. Igbuda trying to get strong. Has four in front. Kick it up. Jump ball foul.
Jump ball stays for
So jump ball for the Rams. Keisha Perez to inbound for the Lady Rams. Classical back to their starting five. Perez surveying, finds an open Jada Teata. Teata with Cook in front. Teata trying to drive in, working away inside the paint. Malden defense closes in. Ball is loose. Igbuda falls on it, covers that one up, tighter than a lid on a pickle jar, and the referee is debating on what's going to happen next. And Igbuda a little slow to get up. Might be one of those instances where she was on top of the ball, got the wind knocked out of her. And she's a big part of this team offensively and defensively, the sophomore out of Lynn Classical. So we'll take some time to allow the training staff to attend to the student athlete. 21-18, Classical trailing by 3 to Malden. Another GBL matchup here at 235 O'Callahan Way. And everybody getting into the mix. Malden coming out strong in the second half. Top scorers of the game, Amanda Ebenezer with 9 and Kimberly Tropnes with 8. Divine Igbuda, leading scorer of the game with 10. A solid start to the second half. So while we get the injury timeout here, Coach Sawyer and the Classical training staff will peel Igbuda up off the ground. And Igbuda does the same motions that Mr. Donahue does in the morning when he wakes up every day. So hopefully she's all right. She'll take a load off, and the Rams will get back to work. Perez back in on the inbound effort. Looks inside, finds Jada Teata. Exelome in front. Teata surveying, trying to find a little bit of space. Nothing there. Trying to drive inside the paint. And she gets called for a double dribble.
Fourth team foul on Malden for the quarter.
Sorry about that. Malden with the team foul. Perez for the Rams, out of bounds. Goes with the inbound, finds a wide open Tang. Tang for 3, no bueno. Tropnes gets the rebound, steps on the line, And even the refs are shaking off the rusts, in the beginning of the season. You gotta hang it up, you gotta hand it out to them too. 14 foul for the Rams here in the quarter. So Classical been naughty in the third. Tropness finds an open Malden Golden Tornado. Back to Tropness, driving inside. Tejada in front, looks for an open Ebenezer, and Keisha Perez steals that one away. Goes for the layup, able to get it to fall. Classical now within one. Perez with her first of the day in dramatic fashion, and trying to do a little bit of work defensively against Janessa Perez-Sims. Gets called for said work, and I don't know about that one. Gets called for a hold here.
Janessa Perez-Sims to the line, shooting 2.
Perez-Sims to go to the line for the first time tonight. Her first shot. Just a bit outside. And the freshman Alvarado to come in for the Rams, substituting in for Keisha Perez. Coach Sawyer trying to reserve her for a little bit later in the game. And the second attempt from Perez-Sims, no good. Timeout Malden, 21-20. Malden leading over the Rams. Just under 2.5 left in the third period, and Classical struggled to find the back of the net today, although that saying works a lot better in hockey. Offensively, the Rams have struggled. Defensively, they've been pushed to play their best game. And been a force out there on both sides of the ball. Amanda Ebenezer and Kimberly Tropness. Manisha Exelome doing a little bit of work to get back into it. Divinik Buddha, top scorer of the game, back onto her feet after the injury. Keisha Perez getting back into the mix late in this third period. Jada Tejada is the second in line for top scorers for the Rams with 5. The buzzer buzzes. The refs are looking at both benches. The coaches are trying to squeeze in their last bit of words of motivation, and the Rams and Golden Tornadoes make their way back on to the court. F inbounds to Tejada. Tejada has Tang as an outlet. Tang back to Tejada. Tropness in front, passes over to Alvarado. Alvarado finds Delisha Perez. Delisha Perez getting into the mix here. Got that one, knocks it down for 2. Perez Vasquez doing the work. Cook for 3. Takes a shot, no good. Ebenezer's there on the board. Can't get it. And there to clean it up, number 15. Jaziara Antonin. I'll do my best one on that one, kid. Tang passes over to Delisha Perez Vasquez. Perez Vasquez can't get that one to fall. Ebenezer comes down with the board. Malden called with a travel. And this travel brought to you by Google Maps. Classical to inbound the ball in Malden territory. F tasked with that responsibility. F surveying the court, looking for an open fella Ram, but nothing there. Finds Tang on a nice pass. Tang with Ebenezer in front. Tries to drive past 1. No luck there. Passes out to Jada Tejada. Tejada back to Tang. Tang drives inside the paint. Goes for the layup. Bounces off the knee. Bit of a scrum for the ball. Jump ball.
Jump ball.
Tropness slow to get up. Might have been rolled up on the ankle.
Hey, we got a box up.
Olivia Rodriguez making her way onto the court for Malden. Inbounds that one. Ina Toleda passes over to Tropness. Tropness back to Toleda. Toleda looking to Rodriguez. Rodriguez drives inside the paint. That one no good. Classical comes down with the board. A little bit sloppy. Gives Olivia Rodriguez another opportunity at it. And Rodriguez draws the foul.
16 foul in the Classical for the quarter.
16 fouls on the Rams here in the third. And Olivia Rodriguez doing the work inside the paint to draw the foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Rodriguez takes the shot, gets it to fall with confidence. 22-22.
Evelyn, box out. Box out.
Rodriguez's second attempt. Deja vu. 2 on the day so far for the junior guard out of Malden. Jada Teata with the rock, drives inside with command, trying to get past Ebenezer, no luck there. Coach Tom Sawyer saying, look outside for the pass. She's wide open, takes that one for 3, and going for the rebound is Ebenezer, can't get it cleanly. That one bounces into the palm of Jada Teata and rolls out of bounds on the Rams. 23-22, Malden leading over Classical. Rodriguez bounces that one into Toledo. Toledo working to get inside. Alicia Perez-Vasquez in front. The freshman, Aaliyah Alvarado, also up at the top of the key. And boy, howdy, Kimberly Tropnis gets that one a fall for 3.
Go here. Go here.
11 on the day so far for Tropnis. Classical can't get inside the paint for any clean layups. They don't have much of the fortitude to drop any of those outside shots today. It's been a slow day for the Rams offensively. 26-22, Malden over the Rams by 4. Just under 30 seconds here in the third. And a lot more new faces getting onto the court for the Golden Tornadoes. Tornadoes would have been a good name. I wouldn't have to say all the other words with it. So after the foul, that one's going to send Toledo to the line. Toledo on a bit of a dry spell throughout the game. Bit of a force on transitions and clears. Playing well defensively.
Jada, Evelyn, box out.
Her first attempt, no good. Her second is good. 27-22, intercepted by the Rams. Jada Teata trying to find Delicia Perez-Vasquez. Unfortunately for her, Vasquez was not open. A long pass over to the freshman, Alvarado. Goes for the layup, not there. There to clean it up, number 11, number 13, Evelyn Diaz. Diaz can't get hers to fall. And Classical draws the foul.
15 foul on Malden for the quarter.
Just about 5 seconds left in the third. Aaliyah Alvarado to head to the line for the first time today. Her first shot, nice. Gets that one in. Her first points of the day. And this kid's a scrapper, somebody to watch over the years to come. She had a solid game defensively and offensively against the Bulldogs as she got a little bit more burn. Her second attempt, no good. Classical vying for it. Jada Teata comes down with it, passes up top to Alvarado. Goes for the shot last minute at the buzzer, a little sloppy, but nonetheless, Classical still trailing by 4. Malden 27, Classical 23. We'll be back with the fourth. And we're back, 8 on the board, 27-23, Classical trailing. Back to the starting lineup. And good to see Divinik Buddha back in on at the court after the injury. Rodriguez inbounds the ball, finds an open Toledo. Classical closes in on the clear, pushing on the transition here. Here comes Rodriguez, drives inside the paint. Athens the only one left. And a kid coming off the bench already has 4 on the day so far. Keisha Perez trying to drive the length of the court, has 2 in front, pulls back. losing possession of that one. Tries to get back into play for Classical. Divine Egbuda on the heads-up play. Savannah Tang trying to get to work. A little bit more movement. A little bit of a late call on the double dribble there, but who am I to say? I've only been doing this 2 years, so. 29-23, Rams trailing. And just under 8 minutes here in the fourth. Toledo at the top of the key. Ebenezer with the rock, driving inside is Olivia Rodriguez. Rodriguez met by a plethora of Classical defenders. Can't get that one cleanly and bounces off, out of bounds. Classical to inbound in their own territory. Savannah Tang with the rock, crossing the half mark, surveying the court. Looks like they're gonna leave her be. Over to Jada Tejada for three. The long ball passes up, off and around the rim, and Exelome comes down with the rebound. Olivia Rodriguez with the rock, passes over to Toledo. Toledo looking for an open Tropness. Tropness takes the shot for three, no good. There on the rebound is Olivia Rodriguez. Rodriguez with 6 on the day so far. 31-23, Classical trailing. Savannah Tang looking for a shot. Ebenezer challenges her. Can't get that one to fall. Ebenezer pulls down the rebound. Keisha Perez pulls away with the interception. Goes inside the paint. Egbuda on the rebound. No luck there. Exelome comes down with it. Olivia Rodriguez with the rock. And coach Scott Marino calls the timeout to collect the Malden Golden Tornadoes. And Malden, coming off a 30-point deficit loss, hungry for this one, trying to get back into the mix, and not sure if that means to look out for North Quincy, but that was their last opponent. Classical coming into this one with a win over English. Good to walk away with the first home opener and a win. They got to get through this one, GBL matchup, and all these games matter as we get closer to the February break. Rams are going to be heading to Everett later on this week, and Malden's heading to Somerville as well. So the GBL varsity basketball is well underway. I want to say thanks to our viewers here at Lynn Educational Television for tuning in. If you're watching on our Comcast and Verizon channels, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. You're enabling us to teach media and give some of the student body here at the Lynn Public Schools District an opportunity to gain some work experience. I'm your announcer, Sean Donahue, TV teacher by day, super sweet announcer by night. And after the timeout, Malden looks confident in what they're about to execute. Olivia Rodriguez, fresh legs off the bench, doing the work. Passes that one over to Tropness. Rodriguez looking for it back. Egbuda on the steal, goes up for the layup. Egbuda, 12 of the day so far. 31-25, Rams trail. Classical now on the defensive front. And Toledo doing the work to find a little bit of space. Goes over to Tropness. Tropness back to Toledo. Toledo over to Rodriguez. Trying to get a pass inside to Exelome. Ebenezer is there to clean up the shot. And Ebenezer drops another 2. 13 on the day so far for Ebenezer. Tang for another 3. No bueno. Rodriguez trying to come away with the rebound. That one falls out of bounds. Malden to inbound. Olivia Rodriguez surveys the court, finds Toledo. Toledo with 2 in front, has the speed to get past. Tropness over to Ebenezer. Ebenezer driving inside the paint. It's that one a fall. And boy, howdy. The Golden Tornadoes are coming away with this one. 10-point deficit for the Rams as we've got just under 5.5 left in the period. And these guys are going to have to really get it together. And there we go. Jada Tejada able to get that one a fall for 2. Classical now within 8. And it seems to me that Classical's pushed defensively on the clears, trying to catch the Malden Golden Tornadoes out of position, but it seems as though they are ready, willing, and able for that approach. Malden doing everything that they can to keep the Rams out and shooting outside shots. And it looks like they're going to have to take a couple steps inside the key to try to drain some of these quick points. 8-point deficit here. Classical was able to lead throughout the duration of the first. And later on in the second, you started to see Malden coming back into it. A couple of notable players, Divine Buddha with 12 on the day so far, Jada Tejada with 7. Amanda Ebenezer with 9, and Kimberly Tropness with 15. Kid's been a force defensively and offensively today, and Classical hasn't had much luck in slowing her down. Luckily for the Rams, there's plenty of time on the clock, but they're going to have to play a lot better than they started. And momentum is all Malden right now. Olivia Rodriguez, fresh legs off the bench, getting back into the mix. Classical sticking with the press on the clears. And able to find some space is Toledo. Toledo finds Rodriguez. Ebenezer now with the rock. One in front. Exelome goes for the shot. Ebenezer there to clean it up. And Ebenezer with 11 on the day after that one. Tang looking for a little bit of help. Surveys the court. Decides to go back to Tejada. Tejada to Perez. Perez trying to create a little bit of space. Tropness in front. Has a pick on her left-hand side. Goes with it. Looking back to F. F out of place. Tang driving inside the paint. Goes for the shot. The layup's no good. Tang pulls down her own rebound. Passes outside to Keisha Perez. Perez looking for a little bit of help. Decides to take it on her own. High off the backboard. Ebenezer comes down with a rebound. Toledo taking her time to cross into Classical territory, forcing the Classical defense to come out. Olivia Rodriguez passes back up top to Toledo. Toledo forcing the Rams to come out and play defensively. Ebenezer with the rock, one in front, passes outside, finds an open Tropness. Tropness back up to Toledo. Toledo to Rodriguez. Rodriguez down outside over to Ebenezer. The shot attempt off the fingertips. And shot clock violation on Malden. 10-point deficit for the Rams. The outside shots aren't working. They're going to have to do the work to get inside the paint. But Malden doing everything that they can to allow that from happening. Another long ball coming from Tang. Tang no good. An attempt at the rebound by Olivia Rodriguez. Not as clean as she wanted it. Keisha Perez gets into the mix and mucks it up. Classical to inbound from within Malden territory.
First team foul on Malden for the quarter.
Perez surveying the court, looking up top, trying to get it over to F. F covered well by Ebenezer. Divine Buddha there on the mix. Gets that one, sinks it for 2. Buddha with 14 on the day so far. Buddha playing tenacious defense against number 5, Toledo. Toledo looking for an open Tropness. Tropness has no time. Jada Tejada there in the mix. Back to Toledo. Toledo with Perez in front. Over to Tropness. Tropness finds Ebenezer driving inside. Buddha knocks that one away. Cleaning up the rebound is Exelome. Exelome can't get it. Jada Tejada on the push. Has 2 in front. Driving inside of the paint. Goes for the nice little layup. Not there. Ebenezer comes down with the rebound. Toledo with the rock. Moving it across into Classical territory. Just under 3 minutes left. Classical trailing by 8. Timeout call here by Coach Scott Marino of the Malden Golden Tornadoes. Classical to take their time and breath. 37-29. Malden over the Rams. Just under 3 minutes left here in the fourth period. And we've been talking about it all game. Classical coming off of a solid victory. A lot of back and forth. Playing well under pressure last week. Malden coming off of a lost 30-point deficit. And these guys are hungry for redemption. I'm trying to send a message to the rest of the GBL that we are here to contend. Classical coming off a solid season. We've got some pretty big shoes to fill as some of the better players have graduated and they're on to the next level. This year, Classical's got a lot of young kids who are going to be able to kind of help boost the team up. We will be looking at Savannah Tang, Nevaeh F., and Keisha Perez to graduate this year. But they've got some solid players coming in. Divine Igbuda, one of the younger players. Delisha Perez Vasquez in her junior year. She'll make an impact throughout the season. And one to watch, Aaliyah Alvarado, the freshman wearing 12. Rodriguez finds an open Ebenezer. Back down inside, over to Exelome. And now the ball is moving and the shots are falling for the Malden Golden Tornadoes. Exelome with 6 on the day so far. Classical still trailing by 10. Jada Tejada with 1 in front, looking for some help. Has the pick from F. F gets the rock back, drives inside, looking for Igbuda, knocked away by Ebenezer. Igbuda on the ground for it. Passes over to Keisha Perez. Has an open to Vea F. Tejada is right behind her. Goes for the shot. Rebound grabbed by Igbuda. And Igbuda can't get that one to fall, but she'll draw the foul. She'll head to the line again. Just over 2 minutes left here in the fourth. 39-29 Malden. Igbuda with 14 on the day so far.
Everyone walk. Everyone walk.
One more, Divine, knock it down.
Her second. Swish, not but net. Make it 15 on the day for the Beast. Rodriguez inbounds that one. Over to Ebenezer. Ebenezer drives inside, has an open Exelome.
Travel call.
Exelome called for a travel, and we'll take it. 9-point deficit for the Rams. Tejada with the ball, has a pick on the left-hand side, able to create a little bit of space, takes the shot, a little bit short. Igbuda there on the rebound, can't get it cleanly, bounces out of bounds off of the fingertips of the Beast. Rodriguez trying to inbound the ball. Igbuda comes down with it, knocks it back in. 39-32. Igbuda with 17 on the day so far. And there she goes. Toledo finds an open Exelome. Exelome fields her own rebound. That one out of bounds off of Malden. Classical ball.
Rams ball.
Classical showing a little bit of life here in the final minutes of the fourth. Will it be enough? Tejada on the move, moving hastily into possession. Pass intended for Nevaeh F. Just a little bit too high for her.
Malden ball.
Tejada Jr. shown a lot of growth over the few years. The inbound from Rodriguez. Intended for Toledo. And Igbuda and everybody else is wondering how that ended up going off of Divine when she didn't touch it. Out of bounds, Malden ball inbounding from their own territory. Rodriguez tasked with the inbound. Igbuda in front. Passes over to Ebenezer, now 2 in front. Ebenezer gets called for a travel.
Travel call. Rams ball.
And these poor referees, nobody agrees with them. I agree with them. They're doing all right. Everybody's doing their best today. Yeah, tough crowd to please here. 39-32, 1.5 left. Classical with the rock. Tang at the top of the key. Tries to sneak back. Has a pick on her right-hand side by F. Passes back up to Tejada. Tejada over to Tang. Tang for 3 again. No bueno. Igbuda there on the rebound. Has a little bit of space. Can't she get it up? Ooh, baby. The Beast drops another 2. And no doubt in my mind, this kid wants to win. 39-34. Classical within 5. Just over a minute left here. And the Rams showing a little bit of life. Momentum swinging back towards Classical, but Malden with the task to close this one out. And sometimes that can be harder than it seems. Well, we got a little bit of dead air here. Might as well thank you guys for watching again. All 10 of you. Appreciate you tuning in, Rob. 39-34 here in the fourth. Classical coming off of a victory against English and showing a little bit of contention coming into this one. Malden showing a lot more life than they have in past years. Solid team, and many of these guys returners. Ebenezer had a solid couple of games against us last year, and also the kid Kimberly Tropness, the senior guard out of Malden. Tropness been a force so far, but top scorer of the game, Divine Igbuda with 19. Igbuda finished the last game with 11. Olivia Rodriguez inbounding the ball. Ebenezer has it. Back over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez now being chased down by Igbuda. Tries to pull back. Igbuda forcing, trying to get that ball back into Malden territory. Toledo has a different objective here to kill a little bit of time. Drives that one into the paint, knocks it down, and Coach Marino takes a timeout. And 3 on the day so far for Toledo. 41-34, 52 seconds left here in the fourth period. And Classical working to get back into this one, playing much of the quarter down by a deficit of 10 or 9. And they're back into this one by 7. Under a minute here, and a lot of coaching going on both sidelines. Coach Marino taking the time out to make sure that they're able to keep momentum, slow things down in this final minute of the game. And Coach Tom Sawyer trying to get into the heads of his Lady Rams on the importance of finishing strong. This is a good matchup for the Rams early on in the season, and a good wake-up call for them as well. Closer and closer we get to Christmas break. We'll have the Boverini tournament coming up shortly. So if you're looking forward to that, see some of the Lynn teams face off against one another. Perez inbounds to Tang. Tang now pushing, driving across into Malden territory, trying to create a little bit of space, drives inside. Exelone pushes her back out. Tang still with the rock, trying to work up top, finds an open Nevaeh F. F takes the shot, rim. Igbuda there on the rebound, can't field it cleanly. Toledo with it. Ebenezer now with the rock. Ebenezer with 30 seconds left, passes over to Exelome. Exelome takes a shot. That was no bueno. Igbuda fighting for it, comes down with that one. Keisha Perez now on the move. She's got the speed to get inside, trying to get into the paint, looking for a little bit of help, has to clean it up on her own. Nevaeh F wide open. Ebenezer knocks that one away, back into the court. And Coach Marino saying, hold on to the rock. We have final seconds here ticking away. Rodriguez doing everything that she can, and that'll be it. 41-34. Malden's going to walk away with a victory. They'll improve to a record of 2-1. Classical's going to fall to 1-1, and the Malden fans are excited for this one. Classical heading to Everett later on this week, and Malden heading to Somerville. And boy, howdy, what a matchup. Top scorers of the game, Divine Igbuda with 19, and not far behind her, Kimberly Tropness with 15, Amanda Ebenezer with 11, and those are the standouts. Jada Tejada with 7 early on, and the Malden defense was able to capitalize and put her efforts on scoring to an end. So, at the end of 4, Classical falls to a record of 1-1. Malden improves to a record of 2-1. From Lynn Educational Television, I'm Sean Donahue, your announcer, thanking you, our viewers, and our crew from Lynn Classical. Victor, Donna up in the perch. From 235 O'Callahan Way, LETV, wishing you all the best.